Hey, so here I am once more in the playground of the Wine in Prague Listening Adventures Broken Hearts. Uh, so I gotta set this one up. Last week when I reviewed that, yes, from a page, was it last week? No, I'm sorry, it was the Richard Barbary hauntings. I alluded to that. I was recommended to pick up another to buy something at Freak Beat Records. I was about to say Freak Brothers. Freak Beat Records, and they call me when an order comes in. Like I expect a big call because I'm gonna get Jethro Tull on the Raps deluxe package and Bruce Sword's new one. They're supposed to come in next week. I bet you one doesn't make the cut. But anyway, when I got the call to pick up the Richard Barbary hauntings, waiting for me at the store, and the guy there, Dave, he goes, "Hey, Carrie, man, I I want to bring this to your attention. I don't know, I'm not sure who ordered this or not, and but I wanted you to come over and take a look at it. If you didn't order it, you might be interested in buying it." So I go, he tells me what it is. I go, that sounds interesting. All right, I'm gonna check it out. It's only $37 if you want it. Okay, so I get down there and buy the hauntings, and it's and he shows me that it's this thing here. It's called Animals Against the Wall, and I go, what the heck is this? And apparently, looking into it, Cherry Red Records has the rights to redo a lot of Billy Sherwood's tribute albums. And that's what this is. It's a repackaging of the Pink Floyd tribute albums. This is Volume 2. Volume 1 was reissued with tribute albums of In Metal, Dark Side of the Moon, and Wish You Were Here. The second volume covers The Wall and Animals. Although this should be reversed, it should be Animals, Wall, but they, for some reason they have The Wall, Animals as disc 3 and The Wall's first 2 discs. I don't know if I'll get through all this tonight. It's over 2 hours of music here, which is great because I guess that pays the price of the $37 admission. But and I'm just kind of recall something that I think I had this before. I've had the Wall one before. I can't because and the Animals I never heard of. But you got to hear the who's who on here. I mean, it's a who's of prog rock on here. Now I heard some disparaging remarks about how Billy Sherwood put all this together because he was cranking out 30 of these, not at one time, but over a 20-year period. I think he still does them. I mean, I'm not sure. But check it out. Adrian Belew, Alan White, and Steve Porcaro. Thin Ice is performed by Ian Anderson and Tony Levin. That's quite a combo right there. Another Brick in the Wall features Steve Morrison and Billy Sherwood. The Happy Days Are Alive also featured Billy Sherwood and Vince Coletta. I assume that Billy Sherwood's singing a lot of the Rogers parts in here. Who does another Brick in the Wall part 2 is Fee Waybill. My mind blanks on that one. Ronnie Montrose and Mike Porcaro. Mother features John Wetton, Adrian Belew, and Alan White. Now when I read that John Wetton didn't Mother, and I said I'm pretty certain I've heard this before. Goodbye Blue Sky, Steve Howell and Billy Sherwood. So there you got a little Yes duo, two fifths of Yes. Empty Spaces, Billy Sherwood and Rory Krieger. Wow, that is something. That's Doors right there. Young Lust featuring Glenn Hughes. Squeeze, right? I'm not certain. One of my turns, Tommy Shaw. And Tommy Shaw already comes back for Don't Leave Me Now with Robbie Kruger. Another Brick in the Wall Part 3 is with Steve Lukather and Tony Levin. Goodbye Crew World, Sherwood and Tony Levin. And you get the disc 2. You got Back Against the Wall. No, I'm sorry. Hey You. Song Hey You. With John Wetton, Steve Lukather, Tommy Shaw, and Alan White. Is there anybody out there featuring Adrian Belew and Billy Sherwood? I imagine. No, I don't remember how this go, but I if anybody could do a good version of this, it would be Adrian Belew. I mean, I just imagine elephant talk, Nobody home. I can't read it because there's a thing that's blocking. It's a little mark on the package that's blocking it. By the way, this is my unwrapping video. I'm not doing reviews of these. I'm just unwrapping. I'm showing the insides and stuff. So, Bring the Boys Back Home has Billy Sherwood and Jay Shillian. Another 2/5 of Yes, of the current Yes. Imagine this was originally done in 2005, and Jay Shillian was on even considered for Yes back then. So there you go. There's a Comfortably Numb, Chris Squire and Alan White. Yeah, I know I definitely heard that one. I know I definitely heard this. And Chris Squire is just a perfect voice for that. The perfect David Gilmour like vocal for that. That's gonna be awesome. The Show Must Go On features Adrian Belew and Vinny Colaiuta. Now, I finally got to have something to tag Vinny on Facebook now. I don't have any stuff of his lying around anymore, but I have him on Facebook. In the flesh, Billy Sherwood, Steve Porcaro, and Vinny. Run Like Hell. There's Dweezil Zappa and Tony K. Wow. Okay. That's a good matchup right there. Waiting for the Worms with Billy Sherwood, Tony Levin, and Vinny. Stop. Just Billy Sherwood. The Trial. Oh boy, this I can't wait. I know now when I see his name attached to this, Michael McDowell does the narration on that. That's going to be, I do remember hearing this. I did have this at one time before. I must have traded it in because I can't find it anywhere. And Outside the Wall is featuring Billy Sherwood. Now, on the third disc is Animals Reimagined, and Pigs on the Wing is with Nick Van Eady from Cutting Crew and Martin Barre from Jethro Tull. Dogs. Whole cast of thousands on this one is Graham Bonnet from Rainbow, Vinnie Moore from UFO, Keisha Sultan Utopia, Jordan Rudess from Dream Theater, and Pat Mostelletto from King Crimson, and Mr. and other stuff. And was that other band? He's in Orc or something right now. Only got one of their albums. Pigs, 3 different ones. Another cast of thousands with James LeBray, Dream Theater, Aldi Moly. Aldi Molia? Is that jazz guitar player? Wow. John Pritchard or Joe Pritchard from Blue Oyster Cult, Patrick Moraz, and Billy Cobham. Joe Pritchard is a member of the Band Geeks that plays with John Anderson now. Is that the same guy? Sheep. Got Arthur Brown, Rick Wakeman. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Jan Ackerman, David J, and Carmine Apiece. Yeah. No, I got him confused with Vince. I have Carmine Apiece on my Facebook, not Vinny. Ah, jeez, man, I gotta get this shit straightened out. And finally, Pigs on the Wing is performed by John Davison, now the lead vocalist for Yes, Albert Lee, and Billy Sherwood. And Yes, so John Davis. Now, I heard, I was reading a review of this, and some guy wanted to point out that John Davidson sings the wrong verses on this track here. So let's open this puppy up. Tonight's wine is from a white wine from South Africa. Called the Delicious Monster. I thought that sort of fits, right? If it's cheap and the label somehow represents what I'm listening to, then most likely I'm going to be picking it up. You got to match your wines with your prog, right? So that's tonight's wine. So it's got one of those great clamshell cases, which I'm so fond of. And Cherry Red, the same company that did the Yes one I listened to a week back. There's that. Well, here's the two songs I couldn't make out. Nobody Home with Rick Wakeman, and Vera has Tommy Shaw and Steve Howe. Okay, got that nice. Open that clamshell up, and you got the little booklet. Nice little booklet there, and got the discs. Disc 1, disc 2, and here's disc 3, The Animals Reimagined, and that's a pretty nice cover. Whoever did that. So the booklet's got some. I heard the booklet just tells who's playing. No, I don't think there are any lyrics in these to follow along with. But you know, who doesn't know all the lyrics of this stuff already? Billy Sherwood. There's some stuff here about Billy Sherwood, and there's all the props to all the people who helped out in this project. Of course, you know, you couldn't get everybody to play in the same room, so they're all done on files. And what I hear is once the artist does his part, and nobody's in the same room. Well, once the artist does his part, Billy will take the part and mix it to a MIDI click track, and somehow all the pieces fall together. And he's got it down to an art. So good for Billy. There you go. And this box set is it's copyright 2026, Lemon Recordings, under license from Cleopatra Records. So there you go. Well, it's going to be a busy night. 6 streaming shows. I thought I was down to 5, but now I hear that Citadel is premiering second season tonight, so I got to check. So it's going to be a busy night of streaming shows in Prague, and I got to find out what my niece needs from me. So that's it. Have a great night. Prague on. Bye.